Hey, it's Michael Knight, the New York Cowboy here, bringing you another exciting episode from the Street Stories NYC series. Tonight, our story is taken from the book Volume 1, and our character is Jamal. Cold water, ice cold water's here. Got your waters right here. Come on, get 'em. Jamal had bought 4 cases of water and 10 bags of ice to put in his coolers on the side of the conduit by the Belt Parkway in Queens. It was 96 degrees in the shade today, and he knew that the money was going to roll in for sure. The first 2 takers were a couple in a convertible Mustang. They reached the light and gladly waved him over. "Give us 2!" And he took their $2. He thought to himself, look at these 2 dummies. Hot as it is outside, they got the top down and they're frying their butts off, trying to look cool. The next few bottles went by quickly as various takers drank up on this sweaty, humid day. He tried to get a phone number from one hottie, but she just quickly rolled up her window after she got her water. Hell, he didn't stand a chance anyway with her, and he had nowhere to take her. At the end of the day, he would just crash at somebody's house in the neighborhood. As long as he had some beer and get high to offer to someone with a roof over their head in that neighborhood, he would get to use their bathroom and grab a few hours sleep before the high ran out. Then they would politely come up with an excuse for him to leave. The next few hours, Jamal sweltered under the hot, humid summer sun as he hustled his water. He had to re-up 2 times with more water and more ice, but it was going to be a great night. Rush hour was jam-packed with traffic and hasty drivers, many of them already out of patience, and Jamal had to rush out of the street twice to avoid getting hit. "Damn aggressive drivers," he said. It was Friday, and he figured most folk really just wanted to get home. There must have been an accident on the Van Wyck coming towards the Belt Parkway, and people were very angry by the time the traffic broke up. It was so hot that it looked like thunderstorms were going to fire up real soon. "Only got a bunch of waters left to go, and then I'm out of here." Jamal jumped out onto the busy street as soon as the light turned, and the customer at the light was a little old man with glasses. He said, "I'll take one, sonny. How much is it?" "Just $1, sir." The old man put the car in park and went down into his pocket. He unbuckled his seatbelt to get to his overstuffed pocket. He had to open the door. Jamal thought, this old son of a gun was going to cost me the rest of sales at this light. "Come on, Pop, the light's going to change." The old man buckled his seat back and handed Jamal the dollar. He threw the car in gear as the light changed, and he slammed his door closed. "Thanks," he said, and he pulled off. Jamal suddenly felt the tug, and he realized that his shirt was stuck in the door. His legs started to burn first as he felt the road dragging along his flesh. He had on shorts, and one of his shoes came off as he was being pulled along. He screamed out and tried to bang on the car, but the old man, oblivious to what was going on, had his foot to the floor. As he got onto the Belt Parkway entrance, people started blowing their horns from behind and flashing their lights, but the old man just looked confused and thought he was going too slow, so he sped up. He entered the shoulder of the Belt Parkway and stepped on the gas. Jamal tried furiously to rip the shirt off and put his feet down in a position that wouldn't scrape off the skin down to the bone. The driver in front of the old man looked in his rearview mirror and saw what was happening and slowed down almost to a stop to get the old man to stop. The old man slammed on his brakes, confused but still not realizing that Jamal was attached to his car by his shirt. Unfortunately for Jamal, as the car stopped, his body jerked into the oncoming traffic and pivoted outwards. The first car rolled over both Jamal's legs, breaking them in several places. The next car began skidding and rolled over his foot, breaking it at the ankle. The lifetime of pain that Jamal felt as he screamed in horror finally ended as the last car slid sideways and crushed his head into the old man's car. People stopped and got out of their cars, and traffic came to a halt at this tragic scene. Some people asked if he was a beggar with one of those signs, or others said he must have been trying to cross the parkway. Some said he just wanted to commit suicide. Meantime, another guy happened to walk up from the neighborhood, and he looked around. He saw the crowd. He said, "I wonder what's going on." He looked down, suddenly saw the waters in the cooler. He said, what the heck? He reached down, grabbed 2 of the waters out, and held them up high and said, "Hey, waters, ice cold waters over here." And the beat goes on. Hey, Michael Knight here, thanking you again for stopping by. I hope you'll check out the website, streetstoriesnyc.com. Download your book. Check out a video. You can also hear the music of Michael Knight, the New York Cowboy. Also, you can purchase the ebooks on Amazon, iTunes, and Barnes & Noble. Get your book today. Thanks again for stopping by.